Wolf coming at y'all real quick, man, with a quick little video. The psyops are in full effect today, man. Let me give you guys an example of what I call a psychological operation. I'm gonna play this quick little video, and then we're gonna get into it.
And now to a breaking news update about a scare at Guaranteed Rate Field. 2 White Sox fans are hurt inside the ballpark after a shooting, but tonight it's still unclear where the bullets were fired. CBS 2's Noel Brennan has more on the investigation.
The big question is whether shots were fired inside or outside of the ballpark. Detectives are looking into both possibilities, but we spotted them searching for evidence almost a mile away. On Saturday, an empty lot is full of Chicago police. They're looking for shell casings in the grass and in the alley.
Now pay attention to how they looking on the ground. I want y'all to pay that some attention. Matter of fact, let's go back a little bit. You're going to have cops walking through an empty field almost a mile away. I think he said 42nd or 47th in Princeton or something. And the White Sox part kind of sits on Princeton too, like Princeton, Parnell, shit like that, right? But just pay this some attention.
Almost a mile away. On Saturday, an empty lot is full of Chicago police. They're looking for shell casings in the grass and in the alley near West 42nd Street and South Princeton Avenue. Police sources tell CBS 2 a shot spotter detected gunshots here Friday night. Neighbors tell us they heard them. The field that detectives scour on Saturday is under a mile away from.
Keep in mind, a shot spotter is just designed to pick up gunshots. It does not mean anybody was shot. Okay, now, if you know anything about Chicago, if you're from Chicago or whatever, then you understand that these little motherfuckers fire a lot of rounds into the air. Literally, they just hold they firearm up and shoot rounds off into the air. This is one of the ways that they check to see if the gun work that they just bought. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time. One of the ways that these little motherfuckers check to make sure that the gun work or that it won't jam up or whatever, or at least if it'll fire or not, they'll shoot in the air. Right now, a shot spotter can't tell the difference. One of those little machines that sit on top of the blue light cameras and shit that's supposed to detect and pinpoint gunshots. They don't know that motherfuckers ain't shooting at each other, that they was just shooting in the air, right? But a lot of times that's what the case be. And they'll also include that as a shooting that happened in the city of Chicago. So when you hear them talk this shit about, you know, all of the shootings over the weekend, that stuff is included. But anyway, continue.
This field, where the White Sox played Friday night, cameras in the stands at Guaranteed Rate Field captured the moment a 42-year-old woman in Section 162 realizes she's been shot in the leg. Police say a 26-year-old woman is also grazed in the abdomen. Police sources say this happened at the same time shots were detected near 42nd Street. Sources say the injured women were teachers on a group outing. Fellow fans.
So they say they was over there looking on 42nd in Princeton, right? That's roughly like 7 blocks away. Because like I say, the Sox Park sit on Princeton too, but it's on 35th Street. All right? So you got 42nd in Princeton and you got 35th in Princeton. That's 7 blocks. That's 7 blocks. But anyway, we're going to get into this.
In the stands, waved to security for help. Fans seated nearby tell us security cleared out several rows to allow police to investigate. The White Sox play on, but the post-game concert is canceled. The Sox blame technical issues with no mention of a shooting that may have taken place far away from the stands. The White Sox say their security team confirms there was no altercation inside the ballpark involved in this incident. Reporting from Guaranteed Rate Field, Noel Brennan, CBS 2 News.
And tonight, of course, the White Sox.
Okay, so now let's get into this, right? Because they think everybody fucking stupid. They think because the original Lone Wolf went in the fucking military that I'm dumb. They think that because I ain't got 40 years of fucking shooting experience that I'm an idiot. So let's get into this. First off, we're talking about a mile away, right? Now, you got some Navy SEALs and you got some snipers who can make shots like that in their sleep. Okay, let's get that part out the way. I'm gonna say it one more time. You got Navy SEALs, Special Forces, sniper type motherfuckers that's in the military. They can make a shot a mile away in their sleep. Okay, so let's get that out the way. I'm acknowledging that. I know that shooting a motherfucker from 5,000 600 and some odd feet or whatever a mile is away is not uncommon, right? I get this. Here's the problem that I have, and here's the shit that irritate me when and give me the impression that these people think I'm a fucking idiot. Have you ever heard of something called projectile drop? Have you ever heard of something called bullet drop? Do you know how many motherfucking feet a bullet would drop after a mile? Do you know the type of compensation that you would have to have for something like that? Okay, now 42nd and Princeton is part of the old projects. It's nothing but little small row houses over there now. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's all that was over there. But there's nothing but row houses there now, right? People are scattered in between there. It's a neighborhood where there's not a lot of homes. You know, you got a lot of vacant lots and a lot of areas that are just empty and shit. But there are still a lot of our people over there, right? But still, let's get back on point. You mean to tell me you motherfuckers are looking on the ground for shell casings? You're not looking up high. You're not looking up above on the roof of garages, maybe the second floor landing of an apartment building or something for magazine casings. You're looking on the ground. First and foremost, if you paid attention, and I'm gonna try to go back. If a motherfucker paid attention to where they was aiming the camera when they were saying these motherfuckers got shot, if you pay attention, go back.
For evidence, almost a mile away. On Saturday, an empty lot is full of Chicago police. They're looking for shell casings in the grass and in the alley near West 42nd Street and South Princeton Avenue. Police sources tell CBS 2 a shot spotter detected gunshots here Friday night. Neighbors tell us they heard them. The field that detectives scour on Saturday is under a mile away from this.
Now look at that. Now that's supposed to be a shot from where the police were supposed to have been looking. Off in the distance, straight ahead, right off to the right of the Sears Tower, you can see the ballpark, right? You can see that. Now, look at where they saying this motherfucker got shot.
Field, where the White Sox played Friday night. Cameras in the stands at Guaranteed Rate Field captured the moment a 42-year-old woman in section 162.
Boom, you see that highlighted part that's lit up, look like a little spotlight and shit? See where that part is? Do you know, now mind you, don't misunderstand me, the wall of the stadium is right here. Let me go back just a little bit.
This field, where the White Sox played Friday night.
Boom. Now that go to wall right there. You see the writing and shit down at the bottom? Not where the news people got their writing, but right above where the news people got their writing. It say United Airlines. You can see part of State Farm, and then to the right you can see something that say WIN, right? Now that's the wall of the ballpark, right there. Now, watch how many rows up they finna put this spotlight on.
In the stands at Guaranteed Rate Field captured the moment a 42-year-old woman in section 162.
You see how many bleachers they up to where they shining that spotlight? See that? You see how high up they are? And let's go back. See this right here? They showing you a shot of the White Sox part from back here. How in the fuck did this person get shot in the leg from that many rows up when the bullet shouldn't have never made it inside the motherfucking stadium? If you shooting on the ground, if you standing on the fucking ground with an AR-15 or a 7.62, it's gonna be so much motherfucking drop on that round. It could be a 308. I don't give a fuck what rifle round, what handgun round, whatever the fuck you want to throw at me. I don't give a fuck. There's nowhere in hell that bullet is not gonna drop considerably to the point to where it actually making inside that fucking stadium and hit somebody up in the bleachers. It's nowhere in hell. That's impossible. It's impossible. It's no way in hell you gonna tell me somebody on the ground was shooting at another motherfucker on the ground, and that bullet stayed and kept the same fucking trajectory a mile away and didn't drop? Come on, man. Who the fuck y'all think I am? This is the part that I be trying to get people to understand. Just because you don't have all the experience in the world when it comes down to a certain topic, it don't make you stupid. It don't make you dumb. And a person shouldn't just be able to tell you anything. Now, we already know that some military motherfuckers gonna chime in and be like, no, Lone Wolf, you right. There's no way in hell, man. They would have had to been shooting on top of the second floor balcony or on top of the roof of a garage or something in order to even have a fucking chance. in order to even have a chance, man. There's no way in hell that that bullet didn't drop significantly enough to where it was never supposed to be inside that fucking ballpark, or at least hit the outer structure of the ballpark. At the very least, it should have hit the outer structure. This is what you call a psychological operation. If you ask me, nobody in the fucking stands was shot. Okay? And if somebody really was shot, they were shot by a motherfucker that was in the fucking ballpark with them. Period. There ain't no other way to look at that. I'm gonna start doing more videos like this, man. I'm gonna get back into doing this shit because now they make me want to go to 42nd and Princeton. They make me want to jump in the car and go over there right now, man, because I know this is bullshit. I know they lying. They doing everything they can to try to take guns from motherfuckers. Here it is, y'all done put in assault weapons ban, magazine ban, any handgun over 15 motherfucking rounds you can't have. Any rifle magazine can't be over 10 rounds. It's like, nigga, they was using 10-round magazines back in World War II and shit when they was running the fucking M1 or whatever the fuck their rifle was they was shooting. That was a 10-round magazine. It's like, get the fuck out of here. What are you niggas talking about? And all of this is still going on in the middle of you motherfuckers taking guns and shit from people. It's a psychological operation. You may know of it as a psyop. This is the original Longwood, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day.